My name's Andy, and this video is a little different today because I typically do tech videos, but this is kind of tech related. This is the AirSense 11. I actually just got it. I've been using an AirSense 10 for almost 10 years. I think it's a little over 9 at the moment. And I just got the AirSense 11 in the mail today, and we're going to open it up, kind of show you what to expect. You know, once I knew that it was coming, I started looking online for some videos on how to set it up and stuff like that. I just couldn't find one that I liked. So I decided to make that video. We're going to do a quick open, and then we're going to do a quick setup. That way you can get going with yours. So we're going to open this video, or open this CPAP machine here. And what's nice about it is it comes pretty much already done, all in the case right here with its own carrying case. So we'll get rid of this box, we don't need it. And it's got a nice little carrying case, which I actually used my carrying case a lot on the AirSense 10. I'll go from there. Look, I've got my CPAP supplies here in the background. We'll go over that later. But before we get started, let me tell you a quick thing about CPAPs. I, was not a fan of it at first. I mean, I barely used it my first year. And I know that you're not supposed to do that, but then I started using it. And I remember like the first night I got a good night's sleep with it, like the full 8-hour rotation. And I woke up and I thought, oh, so this is how the rest of the world sleeps. I felt great, had good energy, and it was really nice. And now I'm not saying every night's perfect because you know what, I still struggle with my mask. Here I am 9 years later. Just got new ones actually issued because it's kind of having trouble with the nose pillows. But anyway, just wanted to throw that in there as we get started. I'm sure other CPAP people can relate in some regard. So as you open it up, they kind of have a welcome start here thing. This is going to be a little loud. Let's get this out of here. We'll come back to this in a second. Actually, let's read it. You have to download the MyAir app, which I've already done. We'll go over here in a second. You got the machine setup videos here that you can go through your therapy test drive. I've actually never used that. And the track your sleep. This is my favorite part of the CPAP. And one thing, if you've ever used an AirSense 10, you'll know that in the beginning, all of your information would go to the MyAir app. It was over a 3G connection. But then, of course, in the US, they just basically got rid of all the 3G antennas, and everybody's AirSense 10s just kind of quit working there. So that's kind of a bummer, and I haven't used it since. I use another program called Oscar, but we can get into that later. But this is the AirSense 11, and here it is absolutely beautiful. Looks like a little spaceship, right? Take a quick look at that. I'm gonna lay that to the side just for a moment. It comes with another, I already have one, so I'm gonna put my back up just on the floors so I don't get them mixed up. Comes with a little book, and it comes with the charger, of course. This. Here we go. Here's the charger. It's kind of a weird one. Then the plug in there, and then here's the plug that plugs into the wall. We'll plug that up here in a second. When we go over the setup, and then this, of course, is the water chamber. I've heard that the water chambers leak a little bit on the AirSense 11s, and you just got to make sure they get a good seat. And that is everything in the travel case. I'm just going to leave that up here to set this on. So, AirSense 10. Let's get the little sticker right here. Let's do that. Let's take a look at this glass here. This is actually a touchscreen model. And I got that thing on there good. There we go. Oh, I got it, and then it came up. There you go. Some people like seeing that. Fancy, right? Power button up here. Actually, let's just plug it in and then we'll go through these settings together. Okay, remember that box I said we didn't need? Well, I ended up needing it for the video, so I can lift this a little bit so we can look at it together. So I'm going to leave the water out of it at the moment, but actually, before we plug that in, I saw this. This is the little chamber right here, and if you want to clean it, there's a little button you push right there. It pops out. This slides right out so you can clean it. So nice to know. Snap that back in there. It's kind of tricky apparently. Wow, okay, well that actually worked. Just got to give it a little push. All right, next up, we're gonna get the power cord. Let's take these twisties off. I'll just speed through. All right, next up, we're gonna plug this in. This is the charging cord, or not really the charging cord. This is where it plugs into the wall. Goes right into the adapter right here. And then for a moment, I'm gonna plug this in. I got an outlet under the desk. Pretty sure. Yep. All right, we got an outlet under the desk. So, and then you plug it in right here with a little yellow end. Let's make sure the cords don't get all tangled. And we plug it in. There you go. Welcome to Air 11 to help us guide you through. Are you a clinician or a user? Well, we are definitely a user. To enhance your setup, please select your PAP experience. All right. New, continuing, or trying again. We are continuing in this case. ResMed has a smartphone app called MyAir that lets you do that. Basically lets you use it. Okay, good. I already got that. We're going to go through these settings. All right, so now we have to use an app to set it up. And I was actually using my phone to record this a second ago, so I had to go grab my wife's phone to do this. So I have the app right here. It's the MyAir app. You can see that I have no information on it. So I'm going to click Set Up with App. All right, downloaded. It just says how to download it if you haven't done it. Follow the MyAir app until you are ready to start pairing. All right, so I'm going to click Connect. When it appears on the app, select ResMed and punch the number in. I'm going to do Setup Machine here. Connect to Bluetooth, allow, and it is searching. There we go, there's a security number. There you go, it's authenticating to the device, and look, there it says Bluetooth connected. And then you see my old 10 is in there, and now I have the 11. So we'll just click Update to the new one. So now it's successfully updated to the new one in the app. It's going to tell you some settings to go through here. I'm going to click No Thanks because I know how to use this thing. It's going to offer coaching, which we're not going to do. You can update the mask as well, which I actually got a new mask, so I might as well go ahead and update that. It is the N20. I'm going to test that out. AirFit N20. Let's go ahead and do that. It's a ResMed. Select your model. What did I say? N20. So now we're going to look for that. There it is right there. Click Done. Continue. Done. Simple as that. That's how you set it up. No thanks. I don't need coaching on it. And it is all synced up. So one thing that I did notice that I saw was you can actually go into, this is a basic sleep view, but I like to do the advanced sleep view. You press and hold both of these at the same time, then it brings up like a clinician menu. We're going to go to settings. I went to the wrong one first. And then we're going to scroll until you see, just keep going. There you go, patient view. And it's right now it's on simple. So I'm going to click, I'm going to tap the simple, and I'm going to move it to advanced just so I can see a little more information when I want to see it. Then click OK. And there you go. Now, one thing you're definitely going to want to know with your filters. So we didn't go over that. You have to change your filters out. I change mine every week, but you know, some people may do more or less depending on the number of filters you have. I'm going to go to the back over here. And this is your filter. Now you actually got to be really careful with this because this thing can break pretty easy, way easier than before. So, matter of fact, there's a filter already in there, so perfect. Don't have to worry about it. I'm going to change it out anyway because since it came from the factory. Just don't want to push it down too hard, and then it just clicks right back in there. Once you put water in this thing, it sinks right in here. Boom, perfect. And then lastly, here's where you put a card in. You can pull that out, and you can put a memory SD card in there. Now you don't need it because it'll sync up to the MyAir app, and then your sleep doctor and stuff can actually access that if you allow them to and all that. Or if you want to use the old school SD method, you can put it in there as well. I'm just going to put the holder back in there. We are now good to go. I'm actually looking forward to using this. That is a quick overview on what to expect when you get your AirSense 11 and a quick setup on how to set it up with your app. Now, if you'd like to dive into anything a little deeper, just let me know in the comments and I will make a video to specifically help whatever you need on your questions there. If you like this video or it helped you in any way, just drop me a like. It helps me, it helps other people as well. And I will see you in the next one.